I feel like there are so many like different cultures like in the comments, how they have like all the different flags from like everyone in the school. I feel like that's like really good and how it's so diverse.
I like it that it's really diverse and it's not just like there's not just like one person and not like one type of person. There's like a whole bunch of cultures and like a bunch of different personalities.
Different is good, and that if we were all the same, there would be nothing interesting to learn about each other.
I'm from right here in the U.S.
Somalia.
India.
I'm from America, but my parents were born in Senegal.
Well, I grew up in Mauritania, that's Northwest Africa, by Senegal. So that's south of Senegal and actually south of Morocco and north of Senegal.
I was born in Massawa, Japan, and lived in Germany and England, and then came back to the United States and lived in Missouri.
My cultural background is Muslim.
I'm adopted and I'm from Russia.
I'm Hispanic.
Both of my parents are from Ghana and West Africa.
I was born in Iowa, actually, and then moved from Iowa when I was very, very young to Blue Springs, Missouri. So most of my childhood was spent in Blue Springs, Missouri.
Where are you from?
I'm from Nigeria.
What languages do you speak?
Punjabi and English.
Somali.
I speak Wolof and French, and
I speak Vietnamese.
you speak.
I speak Yoruba and English.
Arabic.
Well, as far as I can remember, I speak 5 languages. I speak French. Actually, I grew up speaking French because I did my elementary school in French, secondary school in French, until I graduated high school. Then I went into English. Then I speak Soninke, which is my mother tongue. Then I speak another language called Pular or Fulani, which is spoken in many countries, like in Mauritania, Senegal, Mali, Cameroon, in many, many countries. I also speak another language, Wolof. That is another local dialect that is spoken in my country. But I picked up all those languages when I was a kid, playing with other ethnic groups. Then I picked up all those languages.
I mean, I guess you could say we celebrate Christmas, but most people do.
The parties, like there are some African parties that we always do in America. We kind of like we don't wear the same clothes. We wear like the clothes that relates to our culture and African culture.
Well, there's this tradition where we go to this place called Saudi Arabia. It's a state, and there's this place called Mecca, and we walk around it 7 times barefoot, and we have to like wash ourselves and clean ourselves, able to do that.
Some weekends we go to Ghana parties, which include a lot of dancing and loud music. They mostly eat jollof, kenke, tue, and plantain.
One, it's kind of, I don't know what it says in English, but it's like a sachen, and it's like bread, it's like pizza, but it's technically not. It has, and there's something called, not acid, but acid, and it's really healthy for you. It's really healthy too, even though it looks gross, it's really healthy.
Mostly or sometimes rice.
Sog and chicken.
Okay. Could you describe what sog is?
It's like cooked spinach.
Mainly rice and chicken.
I like to eat this dish that's stuffed with meat and veg and like onions and jalapenos.
Oh, what's it called?
So I grew up eating rice and fish. So this is like the main staple food in my country. We also eat a lot of lamb and goat, beef, some chicken. Also, we eat a lot of grains like millet or couscous, which come from Morocco. So all those are, staple food that we eat in my country, and we still continue to eat this, the same food items in the United States.
It's really, really important because I came here to have a good, I came here to have a good adulthood and childhood, and I came here to work. My dream is to work and make my parents proud and all my friends.
It's important because most countries don't have education, and I'm lucky to have an education.
A lot. It means a lot to me because when I grow up, I have no idea what I want to be. Because the next, one day I want to be a scientist, and the next day I want to open a bakery in Paris.
I wish most students understand how important culture is, and they should respect it.
How important it is.
I wish they would know that being different is okay.
Yeah, I think this week, the Cultural Week is very, very important because it brings a lot of opportunity for what I call domestic kids, like mainstream kids, to know more about other cultures, because the student population is changing. A lot of minority students and ELL students that are moving into the district. And it's not just it used to be a all-white school. But now, as we have a more diverse population in this country, in the school, we need to pay more attention to diversity issues. And then this is an opportunity to raise awareness about how diverse this school is, and then give a chance to everybody to learn more about other cultures. And then that will lead to more understanding of people who are different. At the same time, get to know the people who are different from you.
I wasn't born in America, I was born in Nigeria.
I wish that they knew about the history of Vietnam and how what things are difficult for them.
There's a lot of languages in India.
Yeah, I want to learn about my culture, what language that I speak and what religions that I do.
I think that is something that until you walk in somebody else's shoes or experience anything that people that are different than you have experienced, it's hard to appreciation for what anybody's gone through. So I just wish that more kids could experience what other people go through on a daily basis, whether it's economic issues, racial issues, whatever it is. Just think that life experience you don't get till you get older. So I wish they had more access to that.
Tell an adult.
Well, first of all, I think this is very, very important. Make sure when you see injustice, you take a stand. And this is very important that since we have a diverse culture, whether you are an African American, you are a Mexican, you are from other nationalities, I think when you see injustice, it doesn't matter who you are, you need to stand up and then say this is not fair.
It's the same approach as we do with everything else along those lines, that try to educate the person that's involved, get to an adult, and then I think the peer part of that, of talking to a peer and saying, hey, what you're doing is not nice, what you're doing is disrespectful, because a lot of time that impact from peer to peer is greater than when an adult says it. So, but remembering that even though somebody is being disrespectful, when you approach them, your approach needs to be out of respect, because then that is doing it no different than what they're doing to somebody else.